Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the IDA Finance Committee. It's Wednesday, April 19th, 2023 at 4:45 p.m. I'm going to call the meeting to order. We'll have, actually, no, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Right. Flag is that way. Pledge allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Call the meeting to order, and we'll have a roll call, please.
Sure. Dean Tamburri.
Present.
Mark Green.
Present.
James Rinaldi.
Present.
Rinaldi, I'll note, is on the phone. He was trying to zoom in, and we did provide proper notice of his location as per requirements of general municipal law and open meetings laws. We also have myself, of course, Bill Fioravanti, CEO, Shannon Manisi from RBT CPAs, our CFO for hire, is on with us as well, and Dennis Brady from 88 Studios, our AD consultant.
Thank you. And you guys said the proof of notice is attached and all proper documentation. And the minutes, everyone has had the minutes. So if we're looking for approval, the minutes of the March 15th, 2023 meeting. So if someone make a motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, Jim.
Passes?
Yes. And new business, we're going to turn it over to Shannon for the review of the March financials, please.
Which do begin, if I could just jump in on page 5 of the Finance Committee packet. And Shannon, while you're getting ready, the only thing I'll add is, per our general counsel, we've been doing the Finance Committee meetings as joint between OCIDA and OCFC. She's recommending, Sue Castle is recommending that we have 2 separate Finance Committee meetings going forward. These packets already went out when we discussed it and everything, so we're doing it as one combined meeting. But I just want to note for you and the public and everyone going forward, we'll open and close an OCFC Finance Committee meeting and open and close an OCIDA meeting.
But it'll be
Same place.
same place, same time. It'll be
Just like we do the board meetings. All right.
Okay.
All right.
That's how we're gonna.
That's the technicality.
It is,
Okay.
but it's how it's supposed to be. She said so. We're trying, to be better every month. So,
Okay.
that's what we're doing.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Shannon. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, not a problem. So page 5 is OCFC. So just for the March activity, there was $33.54 of interest. Your insurance expense is just a monthly allocation of what the prepayment was. So that's $439. That will remain until it's completely expensed and you pay the next year's premium. And then just normal legal of $395, and the $99 there under projects is the Village of Highland Falls. So overall, a loss of $899. The next page is the bank activity. So OCFC has $1.5 million in CDs. That was a new CD that was opened up last month. It's a 3-month CD. And then there's $126,000 in checking and $201 in money market. So total of cash and CDs is $1.8 million. I know Kelly's not here. Did you want me to go over the vouchers, Bill?
If you're comfortable with it, I'll jump in if need be.
Okay. I mean, it's just, so you have the 176 for the attendance of the meeting there for your attorney. $648.77 for the Village of Highland Restoration. I think that project is nearing its end. And then PKF, the $6,000 for OCFC's portion of the annual audit. So a total of $6,824.77.
Sorry, Shannon, I'll just chime in and say that Falchetti, that odd improvement, what was it called? The Shore New York grant, and we helped fund the soft cost. That's the last, it's completely drawn down.
Oh, okay, so that was the final payment. I'm sorry.
Hear about that again.
And then, do you want me to go over the loans?
Or whatever, yeah, we go over everything, Shannon, no one wants to hear.
I'll let you talk if you want, Bill. So page 8 is just the loan status. So out of the 49 loans, 34 are completely paid off, 15 are partial. You have 14 that are behind and 1 is current. And you have the 30,000 that have not paid to date, the 3 loans there. So the balance as of the end of March was $71,018 left to collect. And that completes OCFC.
Page 9, OCIDA, monthly financials.
Real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Before we go, just, is there a reason why we have it in money market?
I believe
No,
those, I think that's just where they originally started their savings accounts.
So can we,
the worst answer possible, because that's what we've done.
correct, fair enough, so, well, that's,
Yeah.
that's why we're asking the question. We get a little bit better, just like my therapist says, okay? So, can we just remind each other that, you know, in June, when the CD comes due?
Yeah.
We move that over,
Yeah.
if there's no other reason for things. A lot more,
When the CD matures, okay, move over the money market, okay.
yeah, and we'll just.
Well, the money market is in Walk Hill.
Is that what you meant? Move it from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Close that out, put 200 grand into the make it a 1.7 CD. And then, you know, the $1,243 just put into the, and that way, again, if there's no reason to have it, then we're losing money.
And, that's a good point, Mark, because we're also looking to get away from the Walk Hill, right, because of the.
Yes, because they're
No,
really not.
no other reason
focusing
other
on
than,
municipal deposits.
their.
It's a technicality, frankly. And even, you know, I was on the phone with their bank president today. They even could collateralize it. It's just the laws are such that it really does not permit them. Okay, that's terrific. Thank you, Mark, for covering that.
I mean, just so you know that you still are earning interest on that. So it's not like it's not getting a decent amount of interest because it's on average about $160 a month in interest. So it's for that account.
1.9% versus 1%.
Right, okay. Terrific. All right, back to IDA financials. Any other questions? Good, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon, back to you.
Okay.
Page 9.
So page 9, IDA, monthly income is standard. It's your interest on your cash and CDs and your rents. So total of $7,069.64 of income. If we go down to your administrative costs, everything there is pretty much standard. I'm just pointing out that your insurance is the monthly allocation of the IDA's annual premium. And then you have $498 of professional fees. That's the stenographer for the Amazon and Scanel. If we go down to your agency support, marketing and PR, you had capacity marketing in there for $6,250, and then your monthly Mid Hudson News for $1,000, and Gatehouse Media for $49. And then the membership and events there was Bill's attendance at the EDC conference last month in Albany. So a total of agency support costs of $11,801.12. If you go down to your project and program costs, $9,000 is litigation actually for your outstanding situation. Local labor auditing is standard at the $1,400 a month. And then you have $20,000 for the shovel-ready programs of Delaware Engineering. So a total of $30,812 for programs and projects. Payroll, you're going to notice, is a little off from the budgeted amount because the budget is based on 4 weeks. There was actually 5 weeks of payroll during March. So that would be the standard for the 5 weeks of payroll. And under building expenses, there are 2 months of building rent being paid during March. So a total of $12,289.48 for building expenses. And net income or loss for the month was $79,680. Any questions on any of those?
You had said the rent hit, had just
It was 2
happened
months. It was
No,
March and April. They paid April in advance.
Just to clarify the stuff on that, because
Mhm.
you asked about it, what we're paying now is the rent that we anticipated paying at what we thought was our new location at 555 Hudson Valley Ave. We've been paying that amount. That's 2 months, as you said here. I did speak to the landlord this past week, because we're looking to get into a lease of some sort, because we don't want to be,
Mhm.
who knows, we don't want to be, out in the cold there. So we had a discussion that I could talk to you a little bit more offline about it, but talking about maybe a term of a year to 2 years, but in the neighborhood of the exact same rate. And they won't even cut off the space right now until they need it. I walked it recently, you know very well,
Mhm.
so I think we have a good handle on that. So I expect to hear back from you next week.
What were we, if we were in the other, location, what were we looking at for a lease there? How long, what was the?
5 years.
5, okay.
Yeah. The way you need for a space like that.
Mhm.
So, but look, they are with where we are, they've already shopped it a little bit. The whole floor, the whole second floor is now being renovated. There's an ear, nose, and throat practice going in there, taking the entire floor, and then downstairs, it could be attractive, the full floor. Now we have to figure out, if they want that, they're gonna help us land somewhere else, but, we'll make sure we're secure for at least a year. I want to discuss with the committee, if not 2 years. We're open to. Hey, Shannon, sorry.
No, not a problem.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
The shovel-ready program.
Yeah.
I know they're in their research kind of part of it.
Yep.
What's your time?
We're almost ready. Within the next 2 months, they're ready to come back, give us the full data dump, which is enormous. I will tell you a sneak preview. We weren't sure how many really viable developable sites we'd come up with. It was 50 or less or something like that. It's in the hundreds for what they've discovered. Now, some are not ready to be such, but it's identifying infrastructure, location, everything. Here's what would be perfect. They were really thrilled with what they were doing. We're expecting really good things, and I'm looking forward to them presenting. I was looking for maybe an interim update or something this month, but we were initially going to be very heavy, so I actually backed off on a couple. We want to hear, I know Jim is asked to hear from capacity marketing as well, hear about some of the PR stuff. I was planning on them next month. I did call this morning when we had the change in our agenda to see if they could get on. They're just not available. Right. So I want to hear, I'd like to give you updates on both shovel ready and marketing in next. But shovel ready, we will definitely have the full report within the next.
Thank you.
Back to you, Shannon.
Okay. So page 10 is just a listing of your bank accounts and your CDs and your money markets. So there is 1.3 million in the Chase operating accounts. I do believe Accelerators has been closed officially, Bill. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah. I don't even want to see it ever again. It's on here to show you the balance, and it will not appear on this report going forward. That has been closed out.
There is 116,382 segregated for the escrow accounts. And you have 8.4 million, 63,265,000 in or $65 in your CDs. There was one new CD turned over at during last month. That was a TD for 3 million. And you have 3 more that are coming up between TD and Orange Bank in May. So you have a total of $9.9 million in cash and CDs.
So you and I talked real quick. So here's the rough game plan. We've got Connect One should be sitting in a bank account, or should be, because that came due, right? Leave that there for a little bit. The 2 May 18th, right? That gives us 750,000 between the 3. So what we thought was let's call it air quotes, on May 19th.
Yeah.
We'll put that into, we'll wrap that all into one 750,000 CD. We'll put that into, CD or wherever else we feel comfortable doing that. We'll put that in a 6-month. Then what we'll do when you'll see below that Wallkill Empire, that comes due October 4th. First Federal comes due July 13th. Lakeland Bank comes due June 22nd. That's another roughly 900,000. When the last one of those comes due in October, we'll put those in a 3-month. And then they'll all merge together by early next year. And then we
When they're all matured.
Yeah.
Then we'll put it into,
Yeah.
one more time, what was it going to?
well, the
whole 900,000.
The 900,000 will go to a 3-month.
3 months.
And that'll sync up roughly with the 6-month that we're gonna. And we'll be nice and.
And that's Wallkill / Empire, First Federal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
third one?
Waldo,
Lakeland?
former Empire, First Federal Savings of Middletown, and Lakeland Bank. Those 3 will be wrapped up together in October.
The other 3 million in May, that's,
May 18th, yeah, I think we need one more time before that happens, so we can make a decision, based on what's going on prevailing winds, but we can roll that into a 3, 6, or even a 1 year if we feel strong.
In May, we meet on Wednesday, May 17th.
Timing is everything.
There you go. All coming together.
and you also, we believe, I thought we discussed at one time that we kind of want to have staggered maturity dates, right? Other than we're having them all pretty much finished at the same time, you think, there, really doesn't.
Well, it's not so much the staggered maturity dates, it's the staggered investments. So, the 3 and 6, I mean, we certainly can. I mean, they just happen to be coming together because 3 + 3 is 6, so that's why it equals out. But like I said, in May, we'll have a little more feeling as to what's going on in the world. And at that point, we might want to go a little longer, right? If the world seems like, things are cooling off too quickly, and
Right.
there's an indication that rates are coming down, then, we might go for a longer term and lock that in for a longer term. If not, things still seem hot and we think they're gonna raise rates, then we'll continue doing shorter ones.
Sounds good.
Great. Okay. Terrific. Ready to put that into a motion when we need it? And we're not doing anything with OCFC in terms of CDs.
That's a good question. I think that one,
CD expires in June. Not saying we have to do it now, but
yeah, the only thing we're doing with that one is in June, we're gonna take that money market.
Right.
The 200 grand, put that in there, and then again, same decision in June. We'll decide 3, 6, or 1 year, depending on kind of what the.
Yeah, upon our discussion, I'm even, do we even need the motion right? Or do anything for?
For the board meeting, I don't know if you want to vote to recommend to the board that you make these investments. But in the board meetings, if we're making these, I think you still should decide, even if it's 2 months ahead, let's get it done. We have it all resolved.
Okay.
But if we're not doing anything for OCFC, then under the OCIDA agenda, under new business, when we approve financials, we'll put it in there.
So we'll make it the motion at the end of this meeting, the new business will make a motion to recommend.
Okay. That's cash. The payables, again, a little more our area, of course, but really nothing unusual on this. And we have the three tranches as usual, which is recurring, contracted services, and all others. Right, Shannon, from our review, nothing really out of the ordinary?
No, I
Like
just
what we
want
talked
to,
about?
no, I just want to point out that anything for like site visits, just so you guys are aware of how it actually gets recorded. Anything that's related to a particular project actually doesn't hit the profit and loss statement for the entity. It goes against the escrows that have been collected in advance. So it's just a reduction of what would be owed back if all the money wasn't spent. So I just wanted to point that out.
And where is that, Shannon? I mean, I
So,
know- I-
so
you know,
for example, low key Brill. If your monthly invoice was 2840, it's like halfway down on page 11 there. The $2,840. Where it says site visits and reporting. So out
would
of
come
that,
off-
$1,400 is their actual monitoring fee for the month, and then the rest would go against the individual projects. So it's not actually hitting your profit and loss.
And that's the trust escrow account?
Yeah, yep.
That would-
So instead of it being, essentially what happens is that the IDA pays it out, but then recoups the money from the money that's set aside in those escrow accounts. So it's not really a true expense to the IDA, only the monitoring piece, which was a set agreement. And I believe the standard was $1,400 a month.
So, he's going through all of the new business, the financials, the payables, and the resiliency loan update. Make one motion to accept all of those. Then we'll work on our CD recommendation forward. So I'll make a motion to accept the financials, payables, and the resiliency loan update by Shannon.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Shannon. Now this one, our recommendation. So I have a separate colored pen, trying to see which ones are, make sure we're on the same page here, Mark. So we have the 250 for the funds trust at May 18th, the two there, that's 250, that's 500. Connect one. Four. And
Connect one is already
finished.
so you have 250, 250, 250.
And where's the other 250? Oh, on the bottom, okay. Lakewood.
No, don't worry about Lakeland, just look at lines 3 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
250, 250, 250.
Correct.
Right, so those three, we're going to, on May 19th, put that into a 6-month CD at roughly $750,000.
And that would be all for recommendation going forward for next month. In fact, there's no other, I mean, we know we talked about others, but.
Yeah, we're a month ahead.
Correct.
So, yeah, so after next meeting, we'll invest that $750 into a 6-month CD.
So I'm just, the recommendation moving forward would be to take maturing CDs and one that has matured already of 250,000 each approximately, to move into a 6-month CD beginning in May 2023 for a 6-month purchase.
Correct.
And that vehicle, we'll do that at that time.
Correct.
Okay. That's the motion.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I was waiting for, yeah,
Exactly.
in case you had a question or something.
Exactly.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
And we'll make a motion to adjourn the finance committee.
How about, do we settle on RBC? I can't remember what we talked about.
No, that was, you're
Last
correct.
case, I'm sorry.
No, you're correct.
So, RBC was hired as our CFO for hire. Is Shannon still with us? I can't tell. Okay, good. Hi, Shannon.
Yeah, I wasn't
we'll-
sure whether
we'll-
you were done with me or not, so I hung on.
This piece had to, stay on for this, but, RBC was hired through an RFP process. They were really the low bidder. They're paying us basically what we were paying our former, CFO for a hire for much less services they were doing. So they were matching that. But there were some, expectations that frankly have changed since. Shannon wasn't going to be appearing as much. That wasn't in the agreement. She just said we were going to be using Bill.com, right?
Yeah,
Which
bill.com.
the board is, we talked earlier with Mark on the committee and such, and Jim as well. I think it's something we'd like to revisit before too long. I know we talked about that, Shannon, but I spoke with these gentlemen as well. They've been doing an awful lot of cleanup, cleaning up some of, older records and things like that. So Shannon and I have been talking about it. They were paying us $12.25, which really was basically rock bottom. And we talked about a rate of $2,000 a month, which we thought was more with what the services that they're offering and giving us the quality of service level that we're looking for. Shannon, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so originally, so the meetings, like us attending the meetings, that was an additional charge that would be included in the fee now. We went from doing one check run a month to this month we had 3. So, at standard, it's now 2. It went from 1 to 2. So the services that we are providing have expanded quite a bit.
And you think if we revisit the bill service.
Bill.com, yeah.
.com.
Yeah,
that
if
would
you
help
guys
us.
switch to bill.com, then we would decrease the fee to be more in line with the original proposal. Obviously with attending the meetings, that's a different component to it, but the entering of the vouchers and the cutting of the checks really does take quite a bit of time. So that would be a significant cost savings, I would believe, down the road if you guys wanted to revisit that.
And I'm not saying we're going to do that until we talk to the full board. However, I know I like that your attendance is here. I like the explanation for everything that you've done. I think that helps for everyone being public. So I'll make a motion to increase the fees to $2,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Everyone wants to hear from you
All right,
first.
thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Okay,
Good win on the
Shannon, I think we're set. Thanks, unless there's anything else for her.
No,
Thanks so much.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
you too. Apologize, I almost forgot about
Yeah,
that
I
item.
think they're ready to adjourn.
And then I'll make a motion to adjourn the finance committee at 5:16 p.m. Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you, Jim. I know you're staying on, but thank you.
Yeah, I'll stay on.
So, we're gonna end this session right now, and Jim, I did forward you the Zoom information for the full board meeting, so we'll start that at 5:30 as planned, maybe a couple of minutes late. And Dennis Brady, same thing for you. I've made sure that you have a copy of it, Dennis, as do our other guests. So we'll log back in at 5:30 or just thereafter.